Polly Possum. And Peter Possum, his desk is right next to mine. This morning he drew the most wonderful picture of the field trip we went to the farm. It had everything in it: the cows we milked, the grain silo we climbed through, the tractor that we rode in. Everything was just great. It was just perfect. Paula Possum, her picture was also beautiful. Actually, everybody's was beautiful, except for mine. Mine was ugly. No, it was worse than ugly. It was awful, terrible, yucky, ugly. Yeah. I was so embarrassed that I refused to hang my picture on the bulletin board with everybody else's. Instead, I hid mine, and I crossed my arms on my desk and scowled at everyone as hard as I could. You see, tonight's parents' night at school, and everybody's parents are going to come to our classroom to see all our work. The farm pictures will be the main attraction. But I can't put mine up there. I feel awful. I feel terrible, yucky, ugly, awful. But just before lunch, it occurred to me that if everybody felt as terrible as I did, I might feel a lot better. So I snuck back into the classroom during lunch and got one of those big fat markers that the teachers use, and I scribbled all over everybody's pictures, especially over Peter's, because his was the best. As all the possums filed back into the classroom after lunch, they saw the bulletin board and their ruined pictures. They were stunned. They were mad, and some of them even cried. They were all unhappy, just as I hoped they would be. Now all my classmates would feel the same way that I did. But you know what? Seeing them unhappy and upset didn't make me feel any better. If anything, I felt worse than before. At first I wanted to keep really quiet and just play possum. But after everyone finally sat down, I knew I had to do something. I stood up. The teacher said, "Yes, Polly, what is it?" I gulped. Well, that is, all my classmates stopped what they were doing and stared at me. I was so scared I was shaking, but I knew what I had to do. I had to speak before I lost my courage. I had to do it. I ruined everyone's pictures, I confessed, and I'm really sorry. "You did?" said Paula. "How could you?" cried Peter. "I thought we were friends." "I am your friend. I like everybody in the class," I said. "I realize now that I have to take care of other possums' things if I want to keep you all as friends. Just because my picture didn't work out, I didn't have the right to wreck all of yours." "So what are you going to do about it?" said one of the possums. Well, for a moment I thought about it. "I'll get all the crayons and all the drawing paper for everyone who wants to draw another picture, and then I'll hang them all back up on the bulletin board when you're done." My classmates accepted my apology. Sure, some possums were still mad at me, and I can't blame them. But almost everyone drew a new picture, and I got all the pictures back on the bulletin board before any of the parents arrived. This time for our song, I'm going to get some help. Alexa, play Take Care of My Things.
Take Care of My Things by Rita Abrams, starting now on Amazon Music.
Look what you did to my artwork. Look what you did to my guitar. What are you doing in my lunchbox? This time it's gone too far. You're gonna mess up my things. Mess up my things. We'll have to go separate ways. But if you take care of my things, then you can stay and play. What did you do to my skateboard? What did you do to my car? What are you doing in my desk drawer? This time has gone too far. You're gonna mess up my things. Mess up my things. We'll have to go separate ways. But if you take care of my things, then you can stay and play. Wrecking each other's things causes a lot of fights. Respecting each other's things doesn't turn out alright. Sorry, here, I fixed it for you. Thanks for repairing my artwork. Thanks for repairing my guitar. Thanks for returning my lunchbox. What a good friend you are. Never mess up my things. Mess up my things. And you never have that play. Now you take good care of my things so we can stay and play.
Okay, so I have another story for you to put an ending to. Here it is. It's a rough one, as you can expect. Here we go. My cousin, who was staying over for the weekend, bought this brand new red sweater with a hoodie on it and a secret pocket in it. It was bright red. He loved his sweater so much that he even wore it to bed on Saturday night. He woke up the next day on Sunday and was still talking about it. He loved his sweater so. He was so proud of it. The trouble was, so was I. I really liked his sweater too, and I wanted it. Later that morning, my cousin and I went out to play tag, but he was so fast I couldn't catch up with him. He ran all over the yard, and I chased him, but I couldn't get him. Finally, I just sat down on the ground and pretended I was tired. The night before, it had rained, so the ground was a little bit wet. And when my cousin came over to ask me how I was, I took a big handful of gooey mud and I smashed it all over his red sweater. Of course, my cousin really got upset and went to tell my mother. Now write down what you think happened next.